It's different, creative, and fights for a vital cause. The Ciga Design Blue Planet is the living proof that you don't have to be a luxurious Swiss brand to develop a masterpiece that reinvents the way it tells the time. In this case, through its curious design and the modified movement, the brand puts the world on the wrist for less than $1,200. And for this unique packaging, the Ciga Design Blue Planet was awarded at the Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève in 2021. And welcome, my brave friends, to the awarded watches series. I'm Andre, and in this series we will be focusing on slightly different wristwatches which were awarded across time for their innovative features and for the courage to challenge and to reimagine the way the time is displayed on wristwatches. With this series we're aiming to rationalize with the abstract to over-explain the ambiguous, as we do often on the regular videos. Aiming to look in detail at potential unusual creations with innovative ideas or simply great designs, and we will try to present them from a different perspective, seeking to analyze the creative points, potential improvements, or the reasoning behind each shape, spacing, or complication. As I started the introduction, our first creation of the series is called Ciga Design U-Series Blue Planet. This non-exclusivist watch was awarded at Le Grand Prix d'Horlogerie de Genève, winning the Challenge Watch Prize in 2021, outclassing brands like Doxa, Oris, Furlan Mari, and many more. The decision was probably a no-brainer for the jury, because the Blue Planet came up with unique features, like the world landscape rotating display, the powerful message behind the product, and the customized movement which was redesigned by the manufacturer. Ciga Design was the first Chinese brand to win the Swiss distinction with the Blue Planet creation, succeeding to put the brand on the horology map, proving that the Eastern Asian country can be creative and innovative in this phenomenon, showing that you don't need to be Swiss to create great and complicated watches, and hopefully more and more Chinese brands will learn from this success story and start burying the copy or the homage replicas once and for all. Mr. Jiang Jianmin becomes one of the best industrial designers in China since he founded Ciga Design Company in 2016, managing to win over 15 awards with their creations. And around the brand there is a team of designers which is spread across the world, succeeding to bring design mindsets and concepts from different cultures on the same drawing board, breaking the barrier of mannerism and the monotony of a single design language. But getting back to our wristwatch, I'd better open the book and tell you the story of the Earth. This timepiece shows us that there is a conscious reason behind its creation. And the Blue Planet is not just a watch with the Earth on it. It actually highlights the 24-hour rotation of the Earth, delivering a message towards a vital cause of protection and preservation of our planet, showing the evolution of the Earth and what might happen in the future, how the shores of the actual oceans will dry over time because of the global warming and the pollution effect. The format of the packaging is indeed misleading, because in reality this is not necessarily a book, but the box of the watch. A premium, unusual, thin watch box manufactured from recycled materials. And for me it was mind-blowing when I landed on the page of the multi-translated message, "Mankind has only one planet," because I've seen the trimmed spot of the beautiful domed view of the Blue Planet. And when we turn the page we can see a do-it-yourself watch, the strap being separated, having a dedicated slot. The design of the Blue Planet is unusual but not uncommon. The shape of it reminds us of the ep.1 brand, which was very popular in the beginning of the year 2000, when the Panerai shape design was at its peak in terms of hype. However, the experience of the Blue Planet is very different. The origin of the shape comes from a raw oval volume, but smartly finished and optimized to be used as a wrist accessory, which is a composed effect from an ergonomic shape with reduced height and determined angles, makes this pebble-like design to sit very well on the wrist. The volume of the profile is uneven on the superior part compared to the curved line of the bottom of the case. The bottom angle is ergonomically balanced to facilitate the mechanics of the wrist when the watch is strapped on it, so it provides more freedom and comfort. The Ciga Design Blue Planet measures 46 by 46 mm in diameter, has 22 mm between the lugs and 15 mm in thickness at its thickest point, which includes here the domed sapphire crystal. However, in reality these specs are deceiving because the watch feels smaller than that. On the wrist the Blue Planet wears slightly smaller than its actual size, more like a 42 or 43 mm watch. And with a light construction of only 72 grams, The titanium alloy, as well as its rounded pebble-shaped case, makes it a very comfortable watch to wear. Now, on the pebble-shaped volume, there is a precise trim in the case that makes room for the buried blue food-grade fluorine rubber strap that highlights, besides simplicity, some discrete lines that descend and follow the silhouette of the strap, providing maybe an idea of a stream. In my view, this is a metaphor of a waterfall, or simply the water that is dropping from the planet, drying slowly the shores of the oceans. The blue marine color matches the ocean color of the dial, and the strap is very comfortable and flexible, being complemented by a custom buckle signed by the brand. And concept-wise, I think the idea can be further on developed and continued outside the atmosphere. Maybe with an all-black case which emulates the space, and the crown to be redesigned to create the idea of void space around the planet, having the moon floating on the right-hand side. And getting in depth, inside of the dial is where the magic happens. The domed sapphire crystal is as well created as a metaphor and represents the protective atmosphere of our planet. The volume of the Earth is defined in a way that captures depth, everything being embossed. And finishing wise, the Blue Planet plays very well with the textures. If the dial has depth alongside the embossed landscape, offering the entire attention to the viewer, the case volume was simplified and finished on a circular satin brush to facilitate as a base for the spectacular dial. And it is interesting how the texture is performed. In ultra macro mode, we can spot the silvered micro cravings of the Earth, which restored the real ratio of the Earth, the land and the sea, presenting mountains, oceans and intermediary terrain altitude, which reproduces Asia, Europe, the Middle East, part of Africa and part of Oceania. Everything being contradicted by the calm ocean texture, finished on a blue anodized aluminum surface of the globe. The Blue Planet is an all-dial watch consisting in the hours, the minute rings and the fine sculpted micro-landscape dial, which features the nautical marker hand, creating an innovative time reading without hands. The element that indicates the hour on the watch is the windrow symbol, which is carved into the dial disc, being used as a pointer to read the hours and the minutes. So the hour hand is basically the Earth and the pointer is the windrows, which communicates with the outer ring, indicating cardinally the hour positions 12, 3, 6 and 9. But the interesting part is the inner ring, which follows the windrows pointer, indicating the minute track, which moves faster than a regular minute hand, following the windrows pointer, which moves constantly. This is an in-house complication that Ciga Design developed specifically for this watch, having 35 joules, a tolerance between -15 and +30 seconds per day, and a power reserve of 40 hours. If we turn back the watch, we have the chance to preview the heart of the Blue Planet, because we have a see-through case back, previewing the automatic in-house custom caliber with a beautiful circular brushing decoration, as well as the beautiful Côte du Genève brushed rotor, signed by the brand. And above on the see-through window, there is printed the GPHG award distinction, which is a sign of recognition and pride for the brand. And price-wise, the Blue Planet is offered in two versions. The steel version, which weighs 95.5 grams and costs $929, and the titanium version that weighs 72 grams and costs $1,129. So I added in the description the link to the product where you can discover, compare and buy the beautiful Blue Planet directly from the legit Ciga Design website. And to sum up this episode, the Blue Planet is a wristwatch which impresses through concept, message and execution. Ciga Design shows us that there is possible to make an impactful design with an in-house movement, premium finishing and a powerful message behind, for an incredible fraction cost of a Swiss luxury watch, allowing us to experience, to enjoy and to understand how a great innovative creation feels like. And in the end, I want to thank Ciga Design once again for sending this watch for an in-depth review, and I wanted to let you know that I'm really grateful for the opportunity to experience the Blue Planet. And as for you, my brave friends, I'm really curious to know, what do you think about this Ciga Design planetary watch? Please let me know in the comments section. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave but keep your planet safe.